Hey guys, welcome to game 3. Again, doing the commentary in post because of the ruined audio. So unfortunately, again, no in-game audio, so it's just going to be my beautiful voice and the pro marine gameplay right here. So I'm playing blue marine, and he's playing red for unspec again, because according to the tournament rules, you are allowed to play the same deck again if you have lost with it. So my choice was for this final map, which is Paddy Field, to play either Red Dragon Moto or Blue Marine. Of course, I'm gonna play Blue Marine because it's a wide open map in certain areas, and then for the forest we got Smoss, so it's a nice deck to counter what he has. The game plan here is to play a slow burner, which means not go full on aggro on any zone right off the start, but rather take the triangular forest there on the left, which is why I'm starting with 2k1s, and gradually over the first half of the game just build up an air force and deal with the OBRs and the infantry in that manner with the Kurnas, with the Fighting Falcon, with the Peace Pheasant, instead of trying to grind out. Because with Marine, if you have a strong like a ground opener that doesn't go well and you get kind of wiped, you're already playing at the back foot, and now you can't invest into the actual strength of the deck, which is the Air Force. And as you can see, I'm starting with no unit for the middle, which it's kind of bad, but if I have something in the Triangle Forest, and if I have something in Bravo, then even if he takes the middle forest, I'm not too scared about that. So I do move the Geverman there. That's the general idea behind what I'm doing. But other than that, the plan is simple. It's just to play a defensive game throughout and just destroy him from the air. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm contemplating here. I'd try to get a AMX-10, I think, to fit it, but um, yeah, I do end up buying one, it looks like. Yeah, it's a pretty balanced opener, and I do start with a Kurtal because last game he spammed a lot of K-29s, so I know that he loves his helicopters, which means I should have a Mistral and Kurtal and Spag everywhere. And if I can deal with the helicopters, it's gonna be much easier. So I'm feeling somewhat confident this match, even though I'm again playing with a terrible migraine, feeling like total shit. But yeah, as I'm showing off my air tab there, and I added the Fighting Falcon because I need a bit more close air support assets in this. I don't really need the Sea Hornet anymore. I think it's much more valuable to have two cards of bombers because the Kurnas kind of acts like a ATGM jet, and with the Peace Pheasant as well, I kind of have my bases covered. Starting off the supply truck, microing it for the Kurtal because I'm expecting a push there. Because if I was playing red unspec against Marine, that's probably what I would do. Uh, Try to have a lot of tanks, a lot of smoke, and just dig into that Foxtrot area, and then just put a lot of AA there. So that's my idea of what he would do. And I'm going light on Bravo because I know he's gonna have a Bertino, he's gonna have Lugentui, so I'm not gonna outgrind him there. I mean I could, but it's gonna be very difficult. So I'm sending a very light force into Bravo with the hope that he's not gonna push there. He does some smoke there in Alpha, which I don't really know why. But as you can see, there's no attack here, which I find surprising. The Cobra spots nothing, so I move it to the right because I'm thinking, well, he's probably got a different plan in mind. Where are his units, right? And now the Cobra is spotting some stuff. We see some K-29s flying around again. And I get this side for free. So it's already, I mean, it's a good opener for me. I haven't lost anything. But I feel like I could have maybe set up in a better spot knowing this, but of course you can't anticipate something like that. But this kind of ties into my plan because I have no losses. I'm building up points to get an Air Force, which is excellent. And now I'm thinking from this point onwards, yeah, I do spot the Tor, so I want to get a Prowler. I'm thinking of long term try to take out Gulf, if I can. That is my current thinking. But now I see he's pushing upwards. I guess he anticipated an alpha push, So he set up defensively there, but I didn't push into Alpha. Instead, I pushed into Foxtrot. So I'm buying some defensive units. I'm buying the Prowler first because I know he has a Tor. I spotted it. And then I want to get either Peace Pheasants or Kernasses or something alike that I can start punishing him with. And I see now his idea is to push into Golf down from the plateau there. So he moved his forces from Alpha along the smoke line, as you can see. And this is a pretty scary force now. There's T-72As, there's M84As, there's a Peon, there's a lot of Legendary. I'm not really prepared to stop this, especially considering I'm not buying ground units. I'm waiting for my points to be spent into the air. And I'm reshuffling my K1s to move them into Golf. And the first purchase is the Peace Pheasant to try and snipe out some of these tanks. So if I can stall this armored push, it's gonna be good. So I'm trying to pick off whatever I can get here. Peace Pheasant kills one M84, goes down, but the Prowler kills the Tor. So overall, that's a very good trade for me. Right off the bat, my Air Force is doing work. And all these Lucian Dui are kind of a problem. I unload the Rima there that I packed up from the left side. And I try to send some more units here to help stop this Golf push. But I'm not really afraid of this Golf push because I have units in the Triangular Forest in Foxtrot, in Bravo, and in this forest where the Sagai are. So look, I can just easily set up and I just do that. So I know that positioning is in my favor. And I kill another M84 there, so that's 2 of them dead. And there's the T-72As. Oh no, there's Krejcits. This push has been stalled, so I'm looking pretty good right now. It's K1s. I'm gonna push them up. I'm gonna be a bit more aggro. So he pushed up his 72As there. I'm trying to just take out this forest, so move to the edge there. But I'm not sure what's ahead of me, so I'm patrolling with the Rima in front of the K1s. So spot the Factoria there. And yeah, exactly. These are Lucian that he's retreating because he knows that he can't deal with it. And there's the Buratino. This is a really scary unit. Fortunately, he stuns his own units there. And he overcommits the Salva. He wastes a lot. But I spot the Buratino. So I'm thinking, if I could kill it, even I would gladly trade a Kurnas to kill this Buratino. But he moves it away. So knowing that the Tor is dead, I send my Kurnas to snipe out those T-72As, which in hindsight, doing it like this is really bad. I should wait for either a Phantom or a Tomcat, because he might have bought an ASF in the meantime that I didn't know about. But lucky for me, he didn't, and I kill a T-72A, and I leave the other one on 1 HP. So again, my air assets are doing so much damage with only 6 minutes in the game. So that's looking very, very, very good for me. But these K1s are not damaged, so I decided to retreat them all the way into Charlie, just patch them up. So I'm giving up control of Golf, but to be fair, so is he. So in the end, it's worth it. And the Buratino now is firing here in this forest, which is gonna complicate things for me because now I've moved my K1s from that position, and that area is pretty well undefended. And it's also lacking anti-air, but he does not know that. Although I could always move my Kurtal because it's kind of in between 2 zones. I moved the Commando Spare there to put them in that little bush where they could spot a lot. In the meantime, I buy a CV knowing that I've done a lot of damage and that he's also bought a CV. So I don't want to be in a position where I have to attack with a weaker deck that's a weaker head-on. Especially if I lose my air assets, I'm screwed. And there we spot him by a MiG, although briefly. And I decide to camp an air spawn, because if I can kill it, a MiG like that, that'd be amazing. Yeah, so I'm just defending Bravo, not doing much there. Still repairing these K1s, taking it slow. I'm saving points, trying to build up an air force. And now he's pushing here, and which is a bit of a worry for me because my forces are spread thin at this point. They're very damaged. They're not consolidated. They're all panicked. They're not gonna hold this. So the plan is to repair the K1s and try to take back control of Foxtrot, because my idea is to just play defensive and just bomb him the whole game and win like that long term. I'm not gonna push him into Alpha or Hotel or anything like that. just taking it really slow. And yeah, these K1s are almost resupplied. Now I'm saving points for a Tomcat because he has an ASF, and if I don't kill that ASF, I can't use my Kurnas. So I buy the Tomcat, and I do what Tom Cruise does best. We fire 2 missiles here, and we get out. So yeah, I'm microing him, making sure that he shoots twice, and then evac right there. And of course that they both miss, but at least I forced the evac. So yeah, not like that matters much. And now with my K1s resupplied, going back in here and getting another MX-10 to push him out of that spot. And again, the goal of this SAS is to maybe get a cheeky hit on a spawning ASF, something like that. Yeah, exactly. Which is unfortunate that I didn't have the Tomcat now, because if a Tomcat could finish that off, that'd be great. But at least I know that ASF won't be back for a while. So I send my Kurnas, which I previously evac'd once I spotted the MiG, but yeah. And with so much investment there, I'm assuming that Bravo is empty. But yeah, I'm sending in the Kurnas now because we did see the crit on the ASF. So I know that, well, this is probably safe, and I'm backing it up with the Prowler, which is what you should always be doing. And he has another ASF. So he's bought 2 already, and the Prowler luckily here makes it out alive. And the Legenduis there wipe out both of my small squads because they're not supported by the LVTP. So I have to buy some more units there to defend this zone. So he's a bit more prepared there than what I anticipated. K1's shooting on the Peon. Peon is on 1 HP, but he does make it out alive because I have no vision, and then he smokes himself off. So I've done a lot of damage in Foxtrot, even though I don't have control of it, but that's fine. In the meantime, those Legendui looks like they're engaging my LVTPs in Bravo, but I'm more worried about getting this side back because I do not want to have to fight dug-in OBRs in this position. I want to get this as early as possible and just hold it. That's the idea. But him having invested so much into an Air Force is kind of good for me because I have the Marine power. I can easily snipe out his ASFs if I micro the Tomcat well, and then that's less OBRs that I'm dealing with on the ground. So this is already a favorable position for me. And again, we spot the Bertino. I get greedy. I buy a Peace Pheasant, try to go for it, but I lose vision. And now I'm stuck between microing K1s and the Tomcat, which is really difficult. So again, fire 2 shots, get out of there. Send a Bertino, the Peace Pheasant for the Bertino, and we get, again, 2 misses, but evac ordered. So, trying to kill this with the Cobra spotting it. He takes note of that, I think, and he moves it, and I lose vision just in time. But I go for the T-72, and I kill it, and it's evac ordered, and there's another L-18 now. This is a 3rd ASF, so he kills my 2nd Peace Pheasant, which means I'm out of ATGM jets. So that's not good. That makes it much more difficult to deal with tanks, and I basically throw them for nothing. It's not a good trade, even if you kill a tank that's more expensive than you, because he gets more than you get per card. So yeah, but that's 3 ASFs that he's bought against Marine, which is kind of weird. So at this point, I'm thinking I need to kill this Buratino. I'd gladly throw all of my Air Force at it if I can kill this Buratino. So I'm not really worried about losing a Kurnas or losing this Phantom if it's a trade that I can get. So again, sending the Phantom there, Prowler unsupported. I stun the MiG, which allows my Kurnas to at least evac, because you see I lose line of sight right at the end, and boom, the KM gets a shot on the ASF. And his ASF goes down for my Phantom, so that's a good trade for me. So I'm feeling pretty confident at this time. He's bought an OBR now. I've regained control of Foxtrot, and yeah, the plan is again back in action to just play it slow. I'm ahead because I've killed a lot of his tanks. I've stopped all his pushes, and I've killed an ASF of his, and I've traded a what was it? A phantom and 2 peace pheasants for it, which is not all ideal. I would have liked to keep the peace pheasants alive at least, because they could have helped with these OBRs a lot. But it is unfortunate. I get really greedy trying to kill stuff with it. So, yeah. I buy base defense because I know this guy likes MI25. He likes K29, so every CV is going to have a spag near it. Because I'm not going to get knocked out of the tournament like that. Except this one on the right doesn't have anything. So, but I do have the Cobra to spot there, so I'm not too scared about it. And the SAS on the left lets me know if he's sneaking anything on the left. So again, it's Tomcat. Its role is to keep these ASFs out of the sky to allow me to be the one doing the bombing. So here, unfortunately, I only fire 1 missile. I do get a shot on the MiG, which forces it to evac, so it won't be back for a while. And now I'm thinking I need a M110s to start dislodging him from these key locations where he has the fagots there in Gulf, or where he would have infantry in the Bravo Plateau Forest. All good spots to M110. M110s are amazing on this map because even though this map is kind of open, it's also very narrow at the same time, which is a very interesting dynamic for the map. So artillery is super good on it. And again, this Buratino is just, it's such a problem because, again, he from that forest in hotel, he can shoot into 3 central locations that are very vital positions to have. And that's not good. I want that Buratino dead at all costs. So Tomcat, again, fires 2 missiles, gets out of here. This gets a bit too close. If he chased me there, maybe he could have gotten a shot, and boom, that's a lucky crit. L18 goes down, so that's 2 ASFs dead. And another ASF that's heavily damaged and still repairing. So I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling very good about my use of planes this match. OBR, though, is going to be a problem. I really have no way of dealing with it at this point, considering I've thrown my peace pheasants. If I had one now, it would be the opportune moment to use it. But I don't. M110 right there, and the first target is, of course, the smoke there, because there's either AA or there's supply trucks. So, and then the second target is the town where the fagots are. And yeah, I do spot that supply truck. That's why I do it there. And now I spot the fob. So I'm thinking, well, if I can't kill your Buratino, I'm gonna kill the next best thing, which is your fob. And this fob snipe is completely unintentional, so to say, because the SAS is there to kill any spawning planes, but it should just so happen to spot the fob. And now I have sight of the Buratino, and I have the Prowler, which misses, but the Kernas connects this time, and the Prowler keeps the Tor shut off, and now the Kernas kills the Buratino, but I also kill his fob because I might as well. So now I've kept my Kernas alive, I've killed 2 ASFs, I've killed the Buratino, and I'm about to kill the fob. And I'm pretty sure at this point, unless I mess up colossally, which I tend to do, I should have this game, right? So yeah, the plan is to just zone these OBRs off now by putting Rima in all those locations that are around this kind of open field where the OBR is, just to limit his maneuverability. So the idea is, if I can't kill it, at least he can't do much with it. So again, I'm shuffling the K1s from Foxtrot to Golf. These K1s have been on a field trip this game, just going left and right all the time. And what a beautiful spot for that Mistral, look at that. It's gonna connect on the K29, that's another dead helicopter. And yeah, the idea is to just play defensive, which is what I've been doing, and just win the game with the KD instead of the conquest points, more or less. Yeah, not being overly aggro, because if you throw your ground army as Marine, it's basically over. But now with the Buratino dead, I have so much breathing room. I don't have to worry about my units being panicked. I don't have to worry about line of sight blocks due to the fire. I can set up kill zones with the Apilas everywhere and the Smaws. So I'm very, very happy with this position. I buy another K1 there just to defend Bravo. And yeah, still have eyes on his fob. Fob's still getting sniped. Sorry, Lord Pi. but this is how we play the game now. Yeah, these Liren get caught out there, which is good. K1s are pretty good at killing infantry in the forest. And now I know, well, I've killed this. His ASFs are dead. I'm gonna use the Kurnas to fire position there, but I believe that's a OBR in that position, unless I'm mistaken, because it was an unidentified unit. I think it's the OBR. And here, yeah, the L18 doesn't manage to kill anything. I do kill whatever's in that forest, although I have no idea what I did kill. Tomcat though was late on that response, so yeah. Now I'm pushing up here, trying to retake this forest line. Kill those supply trucks is very vital, although it's really late at this point. The FOB's been sniped, so now I retarget there to kill the ATGMs in the town, and I shift Q onto Bravo because I also want to take that out, and I buy a CV knowing how ahead I am. I've killed so many of his vital units. All of his attacks here have failed, so buying a CV is a good call because I'm just gonna put more pressure on him. Because if he buys a CV, he's just basically throwing his points away as well. So yeah, we have a OBR there. I'm not sure if this is the same OBR or if this is a different OBR, but I try to push him out there with my K1s because I don't want him in that spot. It's gonna do damage, and he goes into the Gewehrman. Gewehrmen do shoot at it, but I don't think they have a good AP for that. And I'm not even paying attention to what's happening there. I'm focusing on microing this Tomcat to kill as many ASFs as I can. And you can see how much damage these Lujandui do to infantry. It's actually insane. They're really good. They're kind of scary at 15 points, but it's basically like Moto Schützen. So I send in the K1 there to deal with them because they have no good AT launcher. Yeah, and in the meantime, buying another thing there, which is smart. Still, my Charlie CV is very undefended, which I don't like. If he has a helo going around the right, he could easily have killed that. But even if he does, it's not a big deal. And this is why I want the SAS there, but it's just out of range. It's not really shooting. As soon as they spawn, they fly too fast for the SAS to finish the aim time. Yeah, so again, good position here. Push them out. Oh, now we actually shoot. Okay, never mind. So it wasn't a shift order. Yeah, I fired some volleys there because I plan on taking out Bravo because I think it's a bit more of a favorable position considering the way that the battle has turned out. So again, ASFs. Boom, boom. Fire 2, get out. Evac. Will they connect? Forces the evacs, and look at that. Boom, they get splashed because they're right next to each other. So both ASFs are going to take a while to repair. So that means I buy a Fighting Falcon and I bomb the shit out of here. And of course have the Prowler because there might be another tour. You never know. It's the opportune moment. Like, I've been playing this Marine deck this game so well up until this point. Except throwing my Peace Pheasants. But really this is a really good display of the power of this deck and how well the different units complement each other. So yeah, with the Fighting Falcon there, I decide to push up because I know this is wide open now. And in the meantime, my K1's just been taking damage and I didn't even notice because I was just paying attention to other things. So now he's trying to push into Foxtrot again, which makes sense. And this is look MiG again. So I see that I evac both my planes. So I'm not gonna suicide them like in my game against Subway Samurai, where I didn't see a KWS come at me and I still throw my thermo-MiG at it for no reason. I'm trying to keep my planes alive because if I lose my planes, well, I mean, what's the point in playing Marine? It's all about the air tab. Really, it is. So with the thing evac, I send them in again because I also have the Tomcat in the sky this time. So yeah, in the meantime, we're doing a good push here, and I also decide to send in the armored vehicles just to support with this push here. And I see how well I'm doing here, so I decide maybe golf is not the best, considering he's also planning a push there. If he's gonna push into Foxtrot, I might as well go for Alpha. So that is the change of plan. I'm pushing up here. K1 dealing with the T72A. It does kill it, but again, all focus is on this Tomcat because I don't want to lose the Tomcat. And look at that, another crit, another ASF dead. That's the third or the fourth ASF that's been down this game. So that's so many points down the drain for him. And with the thing that I see, okay, there's no ASF, there's no danger to my Fighting Falcon, I'm sending it in to take this town out. Because the terrain here favors me a bit more than it favors him. Especially with the way the battles turn out. If the Buratino was still alive, I would not dare push into here. It would be a death wish. And yeah, I bombed the town. I'm microing my ground units now. Prowler's flying around unmicroed. Gets shot at by the Screzet, so I finally notice I evac. And then I see this dangerous move by him. So I decide to pull my K1s to deal with this. So the Kurnas coming in here loses line of sight, but actually still managed to shoot. So I fire on it, and it only knocks it down to 2 HP. My other K1 gets its weapons jammed, so I have to pull it back. Luckily, it survives there. And then, yeah, my other K1 in golf there in the track in the mud is also low. So now this is a scary push. Now this is not looking so good because there's a lot of OBRs. I have no Peace Pheasants. And my K1s just can't really deal with him head on. So that's a very scary situation for me. I do spot that Tor, but I'm not scared of it because the Prowler is one of the best seed aircraft in this game. It's so reliable. And yeah, whatever AA he can buy, like I can always just outspam him because I've killed so many units. And nowadays Vidyard spots my SAS, but that SAS has more or less done its job. It's not really vital anymore, but I do still try to keep it alive because I might as well. So he does manage to get out. I'm not too worried about losing this side of Foxtrot because my plan is to take out Alpha in its entirety, or at least get half of it so that I can put a CV in there maybe, or at least enough to put pressure on him so that he can't really do much here. But I still buy some defenses because I don't want him to end up pushing me out entirely in Alpha. KM there doing a good job killing that K29. Does it kill it? Yeah, it does kill it. And Fighting Falcon, I get greedy here for no reason. I'm like, yeah, well, I'm gonna try and kill a CV with it. So I send Fighting Falcon along with the Prowler with the Tomcat to follow up in case there's an ASF. And instead of bombing this town on the right and then just trying to push infantry into it, I do this dumbass move. I lose it deservedly. I gain nothing out of that. It's just a stupid, greedy move that just totally pointless. At least I get a hit on the L18, force it to repair for a while. That's just so dumb. Yeah, I could have bombed that town where the Lujandui are and then push up my Geverman there and be in a much more favorable position. You know, even if I lost it in that case, at least I would have gone something. Oh wow, I can't even talk. I would have gotten something out of that situation. I spotted a sneaky T55 there, which I didn't in the game. So that goes to show you, like, if you have backseaters, this game is much easier to play. Yeah, and now, of course, now I try to push into a fortified town, and now I send the Kurnas there, of course. Instead of just doing that with the Falcon right off the bat. So I don't know why I go for a CV snipe when I'm ahead. It's just totally pointless. But yeah, this push here is going okay. There's no tank there to support me, so that's not so good. The left side is looking okay. It's not the best. He misses luckily on that stalwart, and this peon gets shot there by the K1. Now the OBRs are back. Now microing here though. I'm trying to kill this peon, and I do, which is good, and then I'm just getting out of there. Trying to reload and then group them up and then shoot twice on that OBR instead of with one. Yeah, in the meantime, he's investing so much here, and I recognize that. So I'm like, well, it's time to get out. I'm not gonna outgrind Blue Jean here. I mean, I could, but that means I would have to focus all my investment into that zone, and I don't want to do that. I know there's VDV here, which is really scary, so I'm trying to keep my K1s alive. And yeah, I buy another Kurnas because I can. I've killed his entire Air Force. And I feel like it's such a mistake from him to invest that much into the Air Force because now he's very weak on the ground as well as a result. Maybe it would be better to buy some infrared AA. And Kurnas gets stunned there by the Skrejet, shoots one missile, I lose it, and I send a Tomcat to kill the SG-27M. Misses every single shot on it. Like, this is the luckiest SG-27M in history. It never happens when I use it. And it gets out alive. For the price of one Kurnas as well, which is not so good, but again, doesn't matter too much. No idea what those Geverman are doing, but at this point I'm not even microing all that well. I'm clicking around like an old man. Yeah, you can see K1 there almost getting killed. I try to pull it back just in time. He luckily misses, so I managed to keep it alive. I send another Kurnas there to try to kill this remaining OBR, and he has 3 OBRs on the field now. And again, I have no good way of dealing with them because the Kurnas, it can one-shot them, but it's very unreliable. You have to be very lucky for both of them to hit the top armor, which of course happens against me. But I do believe because something did explode there, but I didn't pay attention in the middle of the game. So yeah, now he has these 2 OBRs, this T-72A, so I know that I'm not gonna hold this for too long, so I'm just doing the right move. I'm pulling back, and I'm just trying to reshuffle my forces, so I'm constantly forcing him to move left and right, which is kind of how you want to play Marine. Marine plays a lot like Moto, except less aggressive on the ground. You can't afford to be that aggressive with Marine. You have to either orchestrate a push that's gonna work out so well and then just hold that ground, or you play it slow and build up the Air Force and make sure you get the air superiority, because if you don't, then you've lost the game. Yeah, so the plan is to at least not lose Bravo, because if I have the entirety of Bravo, I'm still at a +1. I get some AMX-10s here. Support with that, that's another Tor that he's bought. And yeah, that's the SG-27M. What is it? Yeah, it is. Oh no, it's L-18. I think this is the last one. So the SAS fired a shot on it, which is really good. Tomcat fires 2 missiles, but he was already evacing, and I'm not paying attention to whether they connect. I'm pretty sure he evacs because it's more important for me to micro my vehicles at that specific moment. You can't micro everything in this game. It's impossible. And yeah, almost by a CV there, but I prevent myself from doing so, and this is what I'm afraid of, right? These OBRs in a head-on fight, I really can't do anything to them. So yeah, SAS finally gets revealed. What a hero unit! Absolutely turned the tide this match. Yeah, and killing the Buratino definitely turned the tide this match. Yeah, it is a shame that my audio got totally fucked, but I guess I could. Well, it's also not bad because I remember I wasn't really talking much in the last 2 games. I was much more focused on not getting bashed. And with the M110s, you can see I'm going there for a CV snipe on the 2-pointer because I don't know what else to bomb at this point. With 8 minutes to go, I'm pretty sure that I've won the game. So yeah, I do kill the CV in hotel, and he throws in the towel. That's a GG. And not to blow smoke up my ass, but this is a really good display of the Blue Marine deck and what it can achieve, and how well the units can synergize. Yeah, very well played by both sides, even though I kind of micro like shit. But yeah, killing that Buratino was huge. and then killing the fob also helped me out a lot. But yeah, the Kurnas did a lot of damage, and look at that. One Tomcat killed 2 ASFs. I'm pretty sure I killed more though. I'm not sure to what. No, yeah, the CS killed something. I think I killed a total of 3 ASFs. But that's an interesting air tab he has. He has 2 cards of ASFs and then yeah, SU-27M. Yeah, K1 did okay. It's a defensive role. Look at that. Fob and a CV and some Victoria. It did okay. It could have done better, but I mean, not so bad. K1 killed an OVR at some point that I completely missed. I have no idea when that happened. Even by watching this video back, I totally missed it again. And the rest of the kills are like that. So yeah, that's me moving to the playoffs, guys. So thank you for watching these, and there should be more in the future. We'll see. The playoffs should be hard though. I will see you in the next video.